Good day, everyone. Hello and welcome to Crypto Miners.
ऐसा कोई नहीं आपका उधर
Alpha, we can hear you. Or Wolverine. Maybe you can mute yourself.
हाँ जी ख्वाज भाई इधर कोई है नेटवर्किंग करने वाला मशीन का अब इधर दुबई में अच्छा वाला सस्ते वाला
Alpha,
पहले
can you hear
नहीं
me?
है आपके टच में कोई पहले एक बंदा किया वो मुल्क में भी अच्छा ओके ना पड़ेगा
We will wait till Alpha is muting himself. Or maybe it's Wolverine. There we go. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Crypto Miners Twitter space. My name is Mary, and I will be your host today. And we do not give any financial advice during this session, but we wish to give you more knowledge about this project and also help you a bit on your way in your own research. So with that said, I would like to welcome Hamza from City Site. Hello, welcome, sir.
Hi, Mary. Nice to meet you. And thanks for hosting us today and giving us the chance to present our project to crypto miners community.
Yes, we are very excited to hear more about City Site. And but can you maybe first tell us a little bit about who you are and when did you start in crypto and when did you start with this project?
Yeah, sure. I'm Hamza, the project owner of City Site. City Site is a project led by Cities AI, which is a company based in Poland. So we are in Warsaw. We started this project about 2 years ago. We knew that AI is the future, and we started before this big boom that we see right now around AI. We started developing our artificial intelligence, and specifically in the computer vision side, which is a subset, let's say, of artificial intelligence. Just like ChatGPT is for text, we have other projects for images. Our artificial intelligence is focused on computer vision, which is making a computer or server work just like a human being, in the sense where it can see things through images. For myself, I've been a crypto skeptic, I would say, some years ago.
Oh, a skeptic. Nice.
Yeah,
what
that's how it
happened,
started.
Hamza? What turned you?
To be honest, when I discovered about the smart contracts, that's where I started to be more of an enthusiast and a small investor. So I started small, but I was more intrigued by the technology, not the financial, not DeFi in general, but more about smart contracts and blockchain, decentralization, transparency, and the such. Because of my IT background, I started interacting with those smart contracts, developing smart contracts and so on in my free time. And I really liked it. So when we started the City Site project, I knew that this would be the future. And we were right, because when you see today, if you have a look on Twitter, even a project who had nothing to do with AI started adding AI to their product. So we have AI
we see that. Every project is called AI now.
Yes,
it was
exactly.
Shiba or Floki, now it's AI.
Yes, exactly. But we are lucky because we saw this coming more than 2 years ago. And, AI, it's not something that come overnight, because you have to train your models. It's like a baby that you need to educate, you need to train. It requires a lot of data to work on, to be called AI, to be independent, and to be able to make decision by itself. So it's as I said, it's exactly like a baby. So even though we see a lot of projects calling themselves AI today, I think they will need a lot of time and a lot of research and energy to really become intelligent.
Yeah, I agree with you. So how many people are working with this project? I saw there were quite a few on your webpage listed. I guess
Yes,
there's even more in the background.
indeed. Today we are a bit more than 12 people working full-time in the office. But we do have more than 50 collaborators. So those are people who are using every day our app in the city of Warsaw. When we started 2 years ago, we decided to take Warsaw, where we are based, as a prototype city. So we developed a mobile app. We give it to those collaborators. Those are mainly taxi drivers, Uber drivers, delivery people. And what they do is that they put the phone on the windshield, and they use our app just like a normal, let's say, dash cam. So the app is able to monitor everything that they see. So the app captures what they see when they drive. And when they have the chance, they send us this data, and our artificial intelligence analyzes it, extract data from it, generate plus value for our clients, and then we give our clients some unique insights into what's going on in the city in real time. So we have detailed reports by locations. We have APIs that client can merge into other data inputs. And we are also working on automated 3D model generation. So this is like creating 3D models without interaction of any, let's say, 3D model, 3D engineer or designer or something like that. Just our AI will be able to generate those 3D models from pictures.
Okay, and so your project is an app, you can say, that people who are working with driving around in the city of Warsaw and collecting data. And what kind of data is it that's needed, or for what do you need it?
Well, so the thing is, we noticed that cities are becoming more and more urbanized. So cities are expanding, chains, retailers, they also need to expand to those new areas. They need to find where their products are needed, how to conduct their marketing campaigns, but they are rather blind. Yeah, the data to rely on, if today you want to know which is the most, let's say, where are the most people in your city, so any city around the world, it's hard to know at what time precisely people are the most in a location, in a said location. So our solution brings an effective, cost-effective, and efficient way to address this issue. So I mentioned that people use the app to collect photos. So from those photos, so those are like pictures taken by our app when you drive, for example, from your home to your office to work. You plug the phone, you turn on the app, you can put it on the background so it doesn't interfere with your normal usage of the phone. So I don't know, maybe you use Spotify when you are going to work, or Google Maps or something like that. So you still can do that, but you use our app on the background. It collects photos and your data around. So those are like the GPS location, the accelerometer. So we have a multiple sensors data collected, and all this data combined are sent to our artificial intelligence, which detect. So in a position, in a state position, we know how many people were at a given time. And with this data, we are able to generate unique reports for our customers. I mentioned.
And who are your customers?
Well, right now, and just with the data from Warsaw, we have big customers who are interested in our data. The search of Sephora, for example, we have a contract with Sephora. We have a contract with Vision Express. This is like the largest eyewear brick and mortar store around the world. We are in talks with McDonald's, which is a huge, we all know McDonald's. And we also work with the public sector here in Warsaw, with the City Hall of Warsaw, in some of their projects.
Okay, nice. So it's a pretty big project, but you're starting in Warsaw, and how will you expand this project then? It's going to expand to all big cities first, or?
Yeah, actually, this is part of the power of the blockchain. That's where the blockchain come into action. So right now in Warsaw, we took it as a, let's say, prototype city to make sure that there is a need for our data. Yeah, and we validated this need. There are people right now paying for our data. Now we feel confident that we can expand to more cities, and to do that, we'll leverage the power of the blockchain, of decentralization. So by opening our app to any user around the world, all you have to do is to download it, install it, use it, as I mentioned, when you drive to work or when you go for shopping, even when you sit in the office, and if you have a view on the street, you can also use it. And you send us this data. We reward you for your contribution. That's what we call contribute to earn. So you are contributing to feeding our artificial intelligence with data, and we send you in exchange, or we pay you using city tokens. Now, the value of the city token comes from selling the said data to companies, as I mentioned, McDonald's, food chains around the world, and so on. So that's how the whole expansion works, and that's how we leverage the blockchain. When it comes to cities, you mentioned how we plan our expansion. We have some cities in mind, so those are the big cities around the world, but the city token will also be included in the governance. So it's very important. We value the input of our users, and we will submit the expansion plan to voting just like any other governance token in the blockchain. So people will be able to choose where we go next depending on the votes. So one token is one vote, and this also shows us where do we have the most support in the world. And our data is needed anywhere around the world because, as I mentioned, this is quite unique data. So we believe that if our user base, for example, chooses Shanghai tomorrow to go to, even though it was not in the initial plan, it will be successful. Because if Shanghai comes on the top of the list, it means that we have most users based there. It also means that clients will be flocking to us knowing that we have this kind of data, valuable data for them. So it's, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, this data, is it that unique? I mean, isn't there, everyone has a mobile phone nowadays and walking around, and isn't Google or the big ones already collecting how people are moving around in the world everywhere with help of the mobile phones? Or how
Uh,
is this different? I mean, this is pictures, also images, but
yes,
how?
yes. So you
Why
are
would you choose to go to you to get the data and not the big ones like Google? Or maybe
the
that's my
thing
question.
is, yeah, the thing is, Google comes on the top. There is no question around that because
Hmm.
even though if you don't use, for example, an Android phone, if you don't use an Android phone, you can still use Google Map, even on iPhone, because it's just the most popular map around the world. Yeah. But the thing is, Google is not sharing their data. They cannot share their data because this is their business. If they start sharing the data, then they lose their advantage. There are other solutions, but they are not accurate. So other solutions might be, for example, the GSM operator, so your phone operator, and the data that they give you are not precise as ours. So they give you in general in such area, not in a street level, but rather in a region level. They give you the amount of people, more or less, depending on their antennas, for example. But the data that we provide our customers is up to 5 meters accuracy. So this is, no one else is able to do that. And we only do it because we have eyes. When you turn on our app and share, capture your environment, it's like we have an eyes. We can see what you see. So there is
Yeah,
no
and it's
better alternative.
voluntarily. People know that they're doing this. They say yes to do this then, and then they get rewarded also because
Uh,
Google doesn't really reward anyone for walking around with the
yeah,
phones. Not yet,
that,
anyway.
that's a very good. That's a very good point. That's really a good point because when you install our app, you agree to our terms and you are doing it willingly. So there is no question there.
So I think that people would like to know how much can you earn? What's the
Well,
average? I mean, how much can you send? How much information? Is there a limit for how much you can walk around in the city or?
there is no limit, but we do have an algorithm coded in our smart contract for this contribute to earn part that allocate most of the rewards to a given city. So if there is an allocation per day for your city, depending on the size of the city, depending on, we usually take how many kilometers, road kilometers you have in the city. We feed it to our smart contract, and then there is an allocation for that city. And it works same as stacking, for example. So in stacking, there is some APR. The more people stack, the less is the reward. The less people stack, the more is the reward. There is some reward to be distributed, and it is distributed amongst people. So it balances itself at some point, because some people might not be interested into earning that 1% per year, but for some people it's still worth it. And at some point, it just creates the perfect balance. So we use the same concept. We have allocation of city tokens per city per day. And depending on how many people collected data during that day, we attribute rewards to each user, let's say. And another thing is that we have coefficient for different parts of the city. So if you are taking only highways, you have a smaller coefficient. If you are driving in downtown or in small streets, you have a higher coefficient. If you take pictures indoor, so those are public spaces, For example, if you go to the Eiffel Tower or some big monument and you are taking pictures in such locations, you have even higher multiplier. And this way, this way
That's
we
smart.
try to balance it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wonder how this will then exclude people who doesn't really live in the big cities, right? You're not that interested in the smaller cities or the countryside, or how does it
Uh,
work?
so we are interested in every single location around the world. It's just a matter
Okay.
of it's just a matter of priorities. Yeah. For example, in 2023, we set a target to expand to 10 cities. So 5 cities will come in Q3, another 5 cities in Q4.
And
But
will it only be those cities right then and there that will be interested, and then the other people who will live elsewhere, they will wait for their turn, or?
yes and no. So we don't want to exclude anyone from our project. And we want to offer the chance to anyone, anywhere, to earn extra income. So we put emphasis on extra income by helping us, by providing data. But there is also a second part of rewards that is given to people who will manually validate some of our data. Because you can imagine, Mary, people will be sending all kind of pictures. This is just how it works, and we know that in advance. Sometimes it might even not be intentional. So let's say you drive and your phone is fell from your windshield. It's taken only black pictures of, of your car. Those are not pictures that we are
Yeah.
interested into.
So the
So we
AI
have,
will sort them away, you mean?
yes, there is a part where AI sort away pictures, but we also have manual validation. So users will be able to connect to our web portal. So it's a website. They connect with their wallet, and they are given some tasks. So they are given random photos collected, and they need to see if the AI did a good job. So, for example, the AI missed some. The AI missed some people, and they need to tell us that, in this location on the photo, there is an actual person that the AI didn't see, or maybe the AI saw a model, in a shop. They saw a model and recognized it as a person. So
Oh, a
these
doll, you mean?
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, a doll, just a doll. The AI would think that it's a real person, but the normal human being will
So
normal person.
who will do this? Can I apply to do this kind of work, you mean, and also
Of
get the
course,
rewarded in tokens?
yes, of course, anyone
Okay.
can apply to that and be
When
rewarded.
when I put my camera up on my car and start driving, and is it doing filming or taking pictures here and there, or?
Sorry, can you repeat, Mary?
I mean, if I walk around with my camera, or if I drive around with my camera, is the camera doing a movie or is it taking pictures?
No, actually, it is taking pictures, but it's taking pictures every couple seconds, because we don't
Okay.
really need picture like we don't really need a movie or a video. We rather need pictures, and yeah, that's how it works.
Okay. Very interesting. I mean, where does the token really come in? Why do you choose to do it with tokens and the blockchain instead of just rewarding people in dollars or euros or?
Well, the thing is that this token, as I mentioned before, will allow them to first use it for the governance, so they can vote, and it all in transparency. Also, it will allow them to vote where we move next and how we shape this product. It also allows them to stack it and earn rewards on it. But also the value, if we give you $1, that's $1, and that's $1 that will be that will have a lesser value tomorrow because of inflation. But when we give you a city token, we also implement the buyback and burn mechanism. Yeah, and this mechanism is implemented whenever we make a sell. So actually, we give you on day one a city token that has a value for, let's say, $1, just as an example, but the market decides of the value. But at the end of the day, with the burn and the buyback, and also with the market conditions, this token might be $3 or $4. So instead of just giving you $1, we give you a chance to not only own this token, but to grow its value together with the community. And in plus of all of this, we also value this transparency, as I mentioned in the beginning. So you cannot complain that we didn't pay you because your pictures were, like we used your pictures, but we didn't pay you. No, everything will be transparent. We will be reporting directly on the blockchain, so anyone can go to their, to the smart contract, view the logs, and see when and where pictures were not accepted, and even for what reason it was not accepted. Maybe it's blurred, maybe they took a selfie and they wanted to be paid for it, or even they took it at home. So, we only value pictures taken in public spaces.
I'm thinking about the value of the token, because in the beginning you said that we sell the data to different other businesses or people who want the data, and the money then that you get, the revenue, will that go back to the token holders, and how will it do that?
So
I mean, to
the
keep
revenue,
I'm
yeah.
thinking like this, Hamza. If you give out rewards to people in your token, many will want to sell them to get real money, right? Because that's what people want. They want money to buy things, maybe. And then it will be a sell pressure. How will you keep the value up of the token, that people wants to keep the token instead?
That's a good question. But just like in any other product, the value comes from how much people see this token and where it's going in the future. So if people believe in the company, they will sell for sure, but they will also keep it because they know that the value tomorrow will go up, just because of the scarcity of it, the limited supply of it, and the buyback and burn mechanism that will increase its value. That's for sure. There will be a selling pressure because people just, there is panic seller. There are also people who just need the cash at that point. But there are also people who believe in the token. And those, for example, also are the companies we will be working with. We'll incentivize them to buy the data using our token. So for example, just as an example, if you pay us 10,000 USD in cash for a report, then you pay only 9,000 in city tokens for the same report. So we incentivize those clients to buy using our token, and therefore it's creating a buying pressure as well, because it's win-win for them, for everyone. And we will be just working as a middleman. Users give us the data.
Okay.
We add a plus value and we sell this data, and that's how the loop is closed. That's how the circle is closed.
Okay, that's good. So Is there something else that you feel that you want to tell us, or can we take some questions maybe from the audience? I see some people have written questions, and we also have hands up in here. What I wanted to maybe mention, or have you mention, is that your company has been around for a while, and you also got some rewards or prizes, right? Or not prizes, funds from
Uh,
EU. Is that
yeah,
not correct?
yes, yes,
Can you
indeed.
tell us about that?
Yeah, sure, sure.
Because that shows that you're a legit company and you're
Yeah,
also docs
actually,
everyone. And
yeah. We are established company. We work under European Union laws. We are all doxed. I know that this is very important for in the crypto sphere, and we are were chosen by the European Union Fund for our innovative technology, this AI that I'm talking about, and we received $1 million grant. So this is a research grant because they believe in what we are doing, and especially this 3D reconstruction part. They believe in that, and it's quite unique because we didn't focus on this part, but part of the photos, I mentioned it in the beginning very briefly, but collecting pictures from all sides, you drive north, I drive south, we are taking picture of the same place from different places, from different point of views, let's say.
angles,
Using
yeah.
those, yeah, from different angles. So using some our artificial intelligence, we are able to create a 3D model from that. And this is quite innovative because usually people need to do it with special cameras. It costs a lot. It takes a lot of time, but we are able to do it on the fly. Just with normal smartphone, no need for LiDAR or for some expensive tools. We just do it with top of the shelf smartphones like the one you use every day. And for that, we received a $1 million grant from EU that goes into research.
That's
So yes.
amazing. Yeah, congratulations. And
Thanks.
now you feel that it's time for the token, because is the token already out? Can I buy it today?
No, not yet. So right now, we are on the private sale phase. So
Okay.
we are open to submissions, people or companies, VCs who will be selected. Of course, they get a discount, but those also are strategic partners because they should bring a plus in our vision, not just a bag of money. After that, we'll be launching on a launch pad. We are already in talks with few launch pads. And once we conclude the deal, we'll be announcing it in our Twitter account, in our Telegram group. So really, if you want to keep up with the announcements and as soon as they get, I really invite everyone to join our Telegram group because that's also where all the fun happens. Actually, we did something really special on our Telegram group where people get to play a game. So our admins will launch a game inside the Telegram group and it's all automated. Our bot will choose a number and you need to guess. So you see people throwing numbers there and the bot will answer if it's lower or, higher or
Yeah, I
lower
saw
number.
that. I saw
Yeah,
your advert about that on Twitter, actually, on your Twitter
yeah.
account.
Actually, we got this idea and it's quite unique and the people really enjoy it and have fun. And they get to earn rewards.
So what do they win if they choose the right number
Well,
then?
yeah, they win city
City
tokens that
token.
will be,
Okay.
yeah, that will be airdropped to them after the TGE.
What blockchain are you on? Ethereum, Binance, or something else?
we will start first with the BNB chain. So
Okay.
this is
Very good.
We believe that the fees are lower. We also believe that Binance is quite at the forefront of the crypto world and trying to drive adoption further. And we want to be part of that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, in 2024, we have plans to expand and be multi-chain. But for now, we'll be going with the Binance chain.
Okay. So what do you say, Hamza? Should we take some questions from the audience? Because I think we need to wrap it up in like 20 minutes or something, because, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Other
Let's see.
appointments.
Let's see questions.
So I will unmute some people.
Yeah, sure.
So if you have a question for Hamza about this project, City Site, please ask to speak. I'll see here. We have some people. Let's have Flash and Lucky up here first. See if they connect. Can you speak, guys? Not yet. There we have someone.
Project. So my question is your project available here in Africa? Can we use it? If not, when can we expect to use it here in Africa? And my second part of the question is, what plans do you have in place in order to increase the demand of CT token in future?
Okay, that's a good question, and we, as I said during the introduction for City Site, our vision is to go through the whole world. Now, when it comes to specific location, we'll be doing it gradually, but when it comes to a specific location, this will be taken into this will take into account governance. So our token holders will have a chance to vote and decide where we go next. So if we have a lot of people from Nigeria or from Morocco or from Tunisia, and they vote to expand to their city, then that's where we go, and that's the next city we'll go to. As simple as that. Transparently, in complete, let's call it democracy. When it comes to token value, how we drive it, we have big clients. I mentioned McDonald's. McDonald's is worldwide. Sephora also is worldwide. Vision Express is worldwide as well. And those are our clients who started with us here in Warsaw. But we believe that once we expand anywhere around the world, we will find them. We already have a channel to talk with them. So this would be easy. There are no barriers. And when they buy, we'll drive them to adopt our token, and adopt cryptocurrencies in general. So when they buy using cryptocurrencies or using our token, we buy back and burn a part of it, and therefore driving the price of the token up. I hope I answered your question, Flash.
Wow, thanks for the detailed answer. Looking forward to be using your project. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Flash. Great question. Let's go with Lucky. Do you have a question, Lucky?
Hi, Mary. Hi, Hamza.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you very much for inviting me up to speak. I'm really happy to be here, and this is one of the wonderful, amazing projects ever in the Twitter space, maybe in the entire world.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yeah, my question that you made mention that you are going to start with you are going to start to bridge with your project with BNB, right? So
Yeah.
do you have any plan to further bridge with other blockchains in the near future, like Solana, Avax, Ethereum, apart from BNB?
Yes, Lucky, as I mentioned that by the end of the presentation, in 2023, so this year, will mainly focus on the BNB chain. So our TGE will happen at the end of Q1. Then our app will be deployed for use on the testnet mainnet of the Binance chain in Q2. And next year, in the beginning, Q1 2024, that's where we will go multi-chain. And when I say multi-chain, thankfully, luckily, nowadays there are tools that can, there are some tools you can use, and without too much effort, you are deployed on across many chains. So, but our focus for now is the Binance chain. But we don't, as I said, we don't exclude other chains, but that will come next year.
Wonderful, amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lucky. Happy to hear that you like the project. I think you did lots of research then. So I found a very funny question. I like it. And it's from Jay. And I see you in here, Jay. I know that sometimes it takes a while for you to connect. So I will read it for you. Should my camera capture a popular superstar like Beyonce or Ronaldo or even Donald Trump? Do I get extra benefits than when my camera captures just a random good image? What do you say, Hamza? Do you get extra points for Donald Trump?
This is a very good question. I really like it. Unfortunately, not. And why? The reason is simple. We don't know people on the picture, so everything is blurred. This is for privacy issues. We don't know who is like the exact person. We know the gender. We know the overall demographic. Is it an old man or woman? Is it a child? Is the person sitting, standing, riding a bicycle?
Not a president,
like
then. Or ex-president.
That's a good feature, actually. We might
Maybe
add
you should
something
add
like
that.
Yes, that's a very good feature. And we might add something like star detected in the location XY, for example.
Yeah, you can call it paparazzi mode or something.
Yeah, that's an amazing suggestion, really.
Thank you, Jay, for the. I laughed when I read that. It was funny.
Yeah,
So,
but as I said, everything is encrypted. People's photos are blurred, so even we don't get to see like the.
no, exactly. You're not collecting the data of who it is, just that
No.
it is a person and how many persons are moving in this area at this certain time and stuff like that, right?
Yes, exactly. That's what we do.
All right, I unmuted Rainy.
Oh, hello, Mary. Hello, Hamza.
Hi, Rainy. What is your question today?
So I'm just gonna read out my question that I've wrote on the comment section, and this is I actually saw on your website that we are now allowed to apply for the private sale, which allows us to be a part of City Site's growth, and this is a very exciting one that I may want to be a part of. And actually, my question is, what specific requirements we have to prepare to apply, and also are there any priorities on this private sale? For example, people who can invest more amount in the sale, like will they be prioritized? Especially I'm a student, you know.
That's a good question. When it comes to the private sale, this is, it's a discounted sale. So we give people who believe early in the project a discount. On the other side, they have to vest their token longer than when it comes to the public sale. Now, the process of choosing who might participate in the private sale, if you apply today, you might be lucky to get into it. But we also value what institutions or individuals who align with our vision. So this means that you see CitySite as a long-term project, not as a quick way to make few bucks. So please, Rainy, I invite you to apply. The form is rather simple. We don't require too much detail. You just need to fill few points, few fields, and we'll definitely get back to you if you are selected or if there is more details are needed and so on and so forth. So I definitely, even you are a student, I definitely invite you to apply, and we'll get in touch with you as soon as possible.
All right, thank you so much, Hamza. I will definitely do that.
Thank you, Rainy, for your question. I don't know. Shall we have one more? What do you say, Hamza? Do we have time for one more question?
Let's go with one more question.
Let's go. Okay, we will have a little competition here who I choose. So the first person I see who does a laughing smiley. Laughing smiley.
Let me see.
Do you see any laughing smileys? Jay, you were already up here. We can't choose you again. Do we have some? No else are laughing or North?
There are people raising hands, but not laughing.
Yeah.
Should we go with that?
Yeah. I only check the ones who are raising their hands, you know. Those are the ones I see. All right, I unmuted. Hi, hi, North. I can hear you good today. That's good. Your microphone is better, I think.
Yeah, thank you. So my question is, I would love to know how the AI-powered computer vision on blockchain aim to aid or increase the knowledge of Web3 to the world, because the major thing now of most projects is getting people more involved in Web3. So I would love to know how you intend to contribute towards that knowledge sharing and development.
North, I think we've met before during some other MA, and your microphone still is not working very well. I really have hard time hearing the question. If you could please repeat it. I'm sorry again.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, please go on.
All right. So I said, how do you intend to contribute to the growth of the Web3 entirely? Because most projects are focused now on building or increasing the population within the Web3 ecosystem. So how do you intend to contribute to this development?
Okay, I get it. And I think that we are contributing our fair share of bringing more people into Web3 in two ways. So in the individual side, by paying people to contribute to earn. So even people who know nothing about blockchain, who know nothing about the technical side of things, will be interested into earning extra income. And this means that they will come and use our app. So this is on the individual side. On the institutional side, as I mentioned, we will incentivize our clients, so those are both from public and private sector, into buying our data using the city token. So I mentioned that we right now work with someone like Sephora. Sephora has thousands of shops around the world, like thousands, literally, of shops around the world. So imagine if we give them a good discount when it comes to buying our data. Let's say 10% discount in a large scale, that's a lot of money. So we tell Sephora, instead of buying using USD, like the fiat currency, you can buy it using the city token. So they come aboard blockchain because they also see a win there where they get to buy the same thing for cheaper because of the discount. And on our side, we are driving adoption of of Web3 technology and cryptocurrencies. Does that answer your question, North?
Yeah. It does. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, North, for the question. And yes, I have some last questions for you, Hamza, before we wrap it up also. And I used to save this for last. And where do you see your project in like 3 to 5 years? Because I think this is a long-term project, right? And you have some visions ahead probably, or some wishes for where you will go with this project or company.
Yes, definitely, Mary. So going and fulfilling our vision for the project, we believe that in 5 years from now, we will be in at least 100 cities. So this is quite a big goal, driving mass adoption of the product. We will also be deploying our decentralized solution when it comes to 3D reconstruction, those 3D models I was talking about, and we will be a major provider of metaverse as a service. So when we build a 3D object of landmarks, of cities, and so on, we are in a unique position where we can offer those models for rent, for that other metaverse project can use those objects directly in their metaverses. So imagine Horizon World, the metaverse from Facebook, just having to rent or use our 3D models in their own metaverses, or Decentraland, or any project could just pull the data.
Have you had contact with any metaverses already who ask you about this, or who wants you to provide information?
For now, we still didn't, because this is coming up next year. That's, as I said, we got the grant from EU. Now we need to spend time into making it perfect. We don't want to go with half product. We want to go with the perfect product. And once we feel comfortable and enough to sell those models, that's where we will be contacting different projects around the ecosystem and providing them with our services.
Okay. And how do you intend now to get it out there to the people, the mass adoption as you're talking about? Do you have a big marketing campaign coming, or will you do AMAs, or what's your strategy there?
Yeah, right now we are growing our community, and it's growing quite fast. Just in the past week, we started not long ago, like the beginning of January, we started our marketing effort. We already have around 8,000 people interacting with our Twitter. We have 5,000 people in our Telegram group, and we are having a huge giveaway, $6,000 to be shared amongst the winners, airdropped after our token generation event. So I really encourage you to go and participate on this giveaway. And we are holding from time to time contests that will allow you, even though you think you came late for the giveaway, don't worry. We are organizing contests where you can participate and get extra points. So, for example, last week we gave away 40 points extra, and those people who won, it was a meme contest, a very funny one, and those who won the meme contest got directly to the top 10 of the list for the giveaway. So this week we will also have another contest. And maybe I can give you the exclusivity for now. So it will be an art contest where users will have to submit, for example, something created with some art created with AI related to city site, or some banner or things like that. And we will have to choose at the end of the day 3 winners who also will get a few points, and probably with a little bit of sharing and so on.
But this, what you're talking about now, the giveaways, it's not the same as the private sale. Can anyone participate in the private sale? Maybe you said, but I missed it.
Yes, indeed. For the private sale, you can either go to our Twitter profile. There is a link there. You can also go to our website, citysite.io. There is also the link to the private sale. And really, don't feel shy. Just fill out the form, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.
And will the tokens I buy in private sale, will it be vested?
Yes, it will be vested, and there is no way around that. We don't want people to be dumping their bags, especially that they will buy it at 33% discount compared to the market. So,
that's good. Okay.
If you believe in the project for the long term, then you will be into the private sale, and we really value those people who will contribute to the private sale for the long term, not for a quick win.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Thank you so much, Hamza, for coming today and talking to us about this project with the AI incentives too. It's very interesting. And I want to ask you just a quick last question, and that is if you like pizza with pineapple or not.
Not a big fan, but I can do.
Okay, that's cool. All right, Hamza. It was a pleasure hosting you, and seems that you have a legit company behind this. So I wish you the best of luck, and I will for sure follow and see what happens with this project. And I hope you can come back after a while and maybe tell us the progress and everything, what's happening. That would be amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I really like your community, Mary, and the crypto miners. I really like it. And we'll definitely think about coming back and doing an update on where we are on the project.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was a pleasure hosting you. So, and the interests were big on this one, I think. There were lots of hands up, and sorry guys if I couldn't put all your questions up there today, but go to their Telegram and ask your questions there, and I'm sure they will get answered.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
and yeah, I wish you all a great day. And actually, we have another Twitter space coming up later today, I think in 2 hours or so. So I hope to see everyone back by then. And Hamza, if you have some last words to our audience, please go ahead.
Well, it was really a nice pleasure to talk to all of you. Great pleasure answering your questions. And Mary, you were a great host. I hope to